All right, hello everyone. Today I am very excited because I'm going to talk about something I'm so passionate about. And it's really where my activation station came from. I believe that my God-given purpose is to help people, other people like you, figure out what your God-given purpose is and to just empower and equip you to be able to take a step towards what that purpose is. I'm very passionate about this because I feel like we have a lot of people in this world running around feeling unfulfilled and frustrated. Like, what do I do with my life? Because they don't know a direction they're supposed to be going and they feel as though they're worthless. They feel as though there's no purpose for them to be here. And I believe that's also why there's a big suicide rate. And I want to do my part in to combating that. So I want to give you a few tips on how to figure out what your purpose is. And when I coach people, the first thing that I have people do is I say, go back to when the world was at your fingertips and nothing was impossible. And that's usually around the 3rd grade, okay? So you typically still believe that everything is real, right? Nothing is impossible at this point. Think about what you really wanted to do. Not the foo-foo stuff, not the, I want to be a superhero, which, maybe genuinely you felt like inside you did want to be a superhero. But kind of at that moment where it was like, I really want to do this, whatever that is. And here's the crazy thing. I ask this question to a lot of people all the time. And I'll tell you right now, I was talking to a gentleman last night who's in his 40s, and he's doing a job at a car dealership. And I said, oh, is that your dream job? And he was like, no. And I'm like, well, then why are you doing it? And I ask you the same thing. Are you doing your dream job? Are you fulfilling your purpose? And if not, then why are you doing it? Oh, I gotta pay bills. Okay, well, I respect that and I get it. But are you there for, 19 hours a day? Are you there for 18 hours? Like, what about the rest of the time? The rest of the time, are you working towards what you want to be doing? So I asked the person and I say, okay, well, what did you want to do when you were young? And it's always funny because I always get like a long pause. And sometimes people can't even give me the answer that same day. And that's okay. If you can't come up with your answer right now, that's okay. Think about it. This is serious. And he's like, well, I really wanted to do, be a professional athlete. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. So, maybe you're later in life now and that's not a possibility, like realistically, but why can't you still be working in that field? Why can't you be a coach on the sports that you loved? Why can't you go to school and, do physical therapy for them? Or I don't know what all the positions are because I never had a desire to be that. But it may not be that you can be that specific thing, but why can't you be in that field of things, right? And really, I don't ever want to say that age is an excuse because it is absolutely not. So why not try? Why not at least try? Because what's going to happen on the inside is you're going to start feeling fulfilled again because you're doing what you were created to do. And you may end up falling flat on your face, and that's okay because then you still have a testimony and you still have a journey that you've gone through and you still feel fulfilled. And that's what I want you to do is I want you to go all the way back to like the 3rd grade, the 4th grade. What did you want to do when the world was at your fingertips? I wanted to be an entertainer of some sort. That's what I thought. I used to sit on the back of the school bus. I used to give speeches in front of the entire school. Like, I didn't care that I was in front of people. I wanted to be in front of people. And then as junior high came along and, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all that came along, all of a sudden I was told, I wasn't good enough. I couldn't do that. I only wanted his attention, and all the negativity started pouring into me. And what I wanted to be and what I felt like I was supposed to be started just, okay, I'm just a mom and I'm just a wife and I'm just, and you start doing that, and I'll settle. And then inside you start feeling unsettled because you're settling, okay? So get the gunk out, all of the negativity, all of the things that other people had to say to you, get it out, go back. And I've talked to people where, I kid you not, they're like, oh, I really wanted to be an architect and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, it just proves my point. Like, God gave us all things differently because that never once crossed my mind. I really want to be a video game engineer. Again, not it. I really liked when the garbage men drove by, and I literally just had a teenager tell me yesterday as well. A teenager told me, hey, I just found out that the garbage waste people, they make really good money, and they're so friendly when they drive by. Like, I never would have thought of that. But here's the thing, and I my words to them are, if you think that's gonna make you happy, then go for it. Go for it. If driving around, and I don't know, when I follow the garbage guys here, I think it's funny. I'm like, are you seriously going 40 miles an hour with a guy hanging on the back of your garbage truck right now? And I'm behind you, and I'm panicking, and I'm thinking, that guy must feel like free, like he's just hanging on, woo! Right? Like, men think so differently, and I can totally see an accident, but I can totally see how the man is like, this is awesome. I love going to work every day. I get to hang onto a truck and go 40 miles an hour and feel like I'm flying or something. Whatever it is, though, that's my point. Whatever it is that you wanted to do when the world was at your fingertips, write it down. Don't think, oh, well, it's unachievable. Oh, I'm too old. Oh, I'm not good looking enough. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I've got responsibilities. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, this. Oh, that. Blah, 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 blah. Stop it. Because that's not the case. At any point, at any age, at any time in your life, you can make a choice and stop and pivot. It's very easy. You have the ability to do that. And the only way people are going to really start feeling fulfilled in their life again is to make the choice to go back, clear out the gunk, figure out who they were created to be, and then start taking action towards it. So it's one step when we're like, okay, well, what am I supposed to be? What is it? And that's one point. And that could take a really long time to figure out. Give yourself that time. Like, dig in. But then you got to go to the next step. Now what do I do to make that happen? Then what do I do? This is ultimately why coaches are really important in your life, and mentors and people who can pour into you and help guide you down these paths. But I'm trying to give you the tips and the tools to be able to do it on your own without knowing you specifically or the situation or what you want to be or the tools or, anything like that. I don't know you or the things we need to overcome. But I want you to be able to at least go back and think about who you are created to be. And honestly, stop lying to yourself. I know I got to tell somebody that. You got to stop lying to yourself. Because a lot of you are like, well, I really felt like da-da-da-da, and you've never told us so because you think that it's stupid, or you think that you're not good enough, or you think whatever. Stop lying to yourself and thinking that you're too old and it's too late, because you can do it. You can. And you just need people to breathe life back into you and help you see your potential again. Because here's the deal. I promise you that if God created you and he knew you before you were even conceived, okay? He had a very specific reason for you to be here. Don't you think if he has a very specific reason and this thing that he wants you to do, don't you think he's going to give you the opportunities to make it happen too? Yes! Of course. But so many times he's like, you got to take the step. You got to take the step first. You got to give me something to bless, honey. You got to take the step. So take the time. Don't be lazy. Stop getting distracted and stop giving yourself excuses. Take the time. Figure out who you are at a core. Not things that have been labeled on you. Not things other people have said. Who you are deep inside. And don't be afraid of it. Whatever it is, don't be afraid of it. And then write that sucker down. Write it down and declare it. And I challenge you to go tell somebody. Put it on your social media. Make a video. Tell somebody you saw this video and you go make your own video and you're like, I had this epiphany today. I realized that I have this purpose and I've been epically failing and it's time for me to kick my butt into gear. That's my hope for you. And I'm so passionate about this that I could go on and on and on. I would love to talk to every single person individually to help you understand and figure it out and overcome and get rid of the excuses, because this is ultimately my purpose. I said that I always felt like I was supposed to be an entertainer, and that's genuinely what I think. I think I can be pretty entertaining sometimes. But ultimately, it's the fact that I'm not afraid to get up in front of people. I'm not afraid to speak boldly. I'm not afraid to speak truth. I'm not afraid to be comical and look like an idiot. I'm not afraid. And God knows that. That's how God made me. So he said, okay, I need you, daughter, to go out there and start equipping other people to figure out what they're supposed to do so we can start building the kingdom and changing this world and helping people start walk out a life that feels good on the inside and the outside and is impactful. So, like I said, it may not be exactly what you think when you are down there in the 3rd grade or whatever. Sometimes things evolve, right? You know, I thought these entertainers were just like actors and singers, and I've done that stuff, and I do that stuff. I love that stuff too. But the very specific nitty-gritty is me getting in front of people and impacting their life. And sometimes we are given tools to give us the courage or open the doors to be able to impact more people's lives, or, you know, whatever it is to go into who we're supposed to be. Sometimes it just takes a few doors that you got to go through to get to that one. So guys, I would love to talk to you. I would love to hear about your success stories on figuring out what your purpose is. I think it is one of the most fulfilling things that you could do in your life is to figure that out. So have a great day, guys. Bye.